In the bustling city of Chicago lived a man named David Miller. David was the kind of man everyone respected from the outside. He wore the best suits, drove a shiny black car, and walked with confidence. People thought he had everything: a successful career, a beautiful house, and influence in every business circle. But behind that polished smile lived a hollow truth. David had one weakness: his endless chase for success. Every morning before sunrise, he left for work. Every night, long after the city went to sleep, he returned home, exhausted. His wife, Mary, often waited by the window with dinner growing cold on the table. Their young daughter, Emma, often asked, "Daddy, will you tuck me in tonight?" But David's answer was always the same. "Not tonight, sweetheart. I promise tomorrow." Tomorrow. A word he repeated so often that it became empty. Years passed. Emma grew up. Birthdays came and went with David either on a business trip or locked in his office. School plays, piano recitals, father-daughter dances. He missed them all. He always thought there would be another chance. One day, while rushing to another meeting, David received a call. His wife Mary had been in an accident. By the time he reached the hospital, it was too late. She was gone. David's world shook, but instead of slowing down, he buried himself even deeper in his work. He convinced himself he was doing it for Emma. But Emma did not see it that way. She only saw a father who was never there, who replaced presents with presents and love with excuses. As soon as she turned 18, she left for college far away, rarely calling home. Years rolled by. David grew older, his hair turning grey, his house quieter with each passing day. He achieved everything he thought he wanted: money, power, recognition. But at night, when he sat in the silence of his home, the emptiness echoed louder than any applause he had ever received. One evening, as he was cleaning his study, he found a box hidden under a pile of old files. Inside were dozens of little letters written in a child's handwriting. Each one began the same way: "Dear Daddy." They were letters Emma had written when she was small, letters she never gave him because she knew he was too busy. One read, "Dear Daddy, today I scored the winning goal. I wish you were there to cheer for me." Another, "Dear Daddy, I made a birthday card for you. Mommy said you are busy, so I will give it to you when you have time." And another, "Dear Daddy, do you still love me?" Tears fell onto those fragile papers as David realized the years he had lost. For the first time, his heart felt the true weight of regret. That night, unable to sleep, David sat down and wrote a letter himself. His hands trembled as he wrote, "My dearest Emma, I don't know if you will ever read this, but I must say it. I spent my life chasing success, thinking it would give you everything. But I now know the one thing you needed was me, and I wasn't there. I cannot undo the past, but I pray for one chance to make things right. If your heart allows, please come home. I'll be waiting. Always. Love, Dad." He mailed the letter the next morning. Days passed. Weeks passed. No reply. David sat on his porch every evening, staring at the street, hoping. Then, one autumn afternoon, as the golden leaves danced in the wind, he saw a car stop at the gate. The door opened, and out stepped Emma, now a grown woman. She held the old, crumpled letter in her hand. Her eyes met his. For a moment, silence. Then, with tears streaming down her cheeks, she whispered, "Daddy, I read your letter, and I've missed you too." David rushed forward, embracing the daughter he thought he had lost forever. For the first time in decades, his heart felt whole. That evening, they sat together on the porch, watching the sunset. David knew he couldn't change the past, but he could still choose the present. From that day forward, he spent less time in his office and more time with Emma, cooking, talking, laughing. He became not just a father, but a friend. And though he had wasted many years, he learned a truth that became his final legacy. Love is the only success that lasts forever. Moral: Money and success can build houses, but only love can build a home. Time spent with family is the most valuable treasure we can give, because once it is gone, it never returns.